Here, I want to talk about Vue's array change detection. If you still remember that in our introductory example, we use array to store 7 users. And you can change the content of this array, and the change will be updated automatically in HTML. Right? That's magic. That's why we love Vue.js, because you only need to modify the data, and the change will be done automatically. But have you ever wondered what happened behind the scene? It turns out that Vue wraps an observed array's mutation methods so that they will also trigger Vue updates. What is a mutation method? As the name suggests, mutation method mutates the original array they are called on. For example, if I call push on an array, the array before I call push and the array after I call push is the same array. I'm not creating a new array, I'm operating on the same array, original array. Same thing for pop, shift, unshift, splice, sort, and reverse. So if you're using those methods on array, no problem. Vue can capture the change and update the view for you automatically. In comparison, there are also something called non-mutating methods on the array. For example, you can use array.filter, array.concat, array.splice. Now, when you use those methods, be very careful, because Vue cannot detect those changes. In other words, if you use them, Vue will not trigger a Vue updates. Then what should we do? Okay, now the reason behind this is those 3 methods, they will not operate on the same array. So every time you call them, for example, array1.filter, and this method will return you a brand new array. That's why Vue has no way to detect what's going on, because Vue only has this original array. So what we should do is we should assign this return value to the old array. So let me show this in VS Code. In this example, in Vue instance, we have a list, which is an array that has 3 elements, apple, orange, and banana. Then we use v-for to print them in a list. Very simple here. We also create 3 buttons, add, delete, and slice. So behind add, we're using this.list push. Now remember, this is a mutation method. So it is safe to do this, because if we do this, Vue will detect this change and update this lead automatically. If I press add, first I'm going to type something. What fruit do you like? Pear. Okay. If I press add, we're going to add this.fname to this list. So if I press add, as you can see, pear will be here. If I do it again, we have pear, pear, pear. So Vue can detect this mutation method, no problem, safe. Same thing, since pop is also a mutation method, if I do pop, 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 no problem. Okay. Remember, slice is not a mutation method. So here I'm going to change it to non-mutation method. Do you remember what we can get from slice 02? Well, in this case, let me refresh. In this case, if we do slice, we're supposed to get apple and orange, right? So the first and second, 2 here is not included. But if I refresh, if I press slice, as you can see, nothing happened, because this one returns a brand new array. So we really need to save it to the old array. In other words, override the old array. Slice. Now we got a 2-element new array, and we're going to assign it to this.list. Since Vue is monitoring list, because list is under control of Vue, then now this time, if I press slice, we get apple and orange, the first 2 fruits in this list. If you're using mutation method, you can use it directly, like this.list push, and you do not have to override the this.list. But if you're using a non-mutation array method, you have to use this syntax. Please remember.